Listen, right. If you want to drive one of them red pill guys crazy on YouTube, play this song for him. Drive nuts, boy. It'll be a short video, family, but it'll be a powerful video. Sleep.
I can't go. You know you drive me crazy, and you keeping on. Treating me so cruel. It ain't cool. It's alright to be a fool, as long as I'm a fool for you. So do like you wanna, but baby don't
Don't you leave.
I'll take what you give me, baby. Just don't leave me, please.
Just don't leave it, please.
Girl, you are so special, and I feel special too. But the major difference is that
I'm
I'm
a special fool for you. Got a red pill do all this bad, boy. Still gonna be like, see what I tell you about. It's it.
I'll do what you want.
You wanna play you? I'm angry. Like the angry man in the red pill.
Special kind of fool for you.
Dr. B.O.A. be like, see, that fat, how Dr. B.O.A. talk? That fat, simple man, giant man, over there on YouTube. You don't be like him, be like me. You got people pimp. You be pimping.
Give you my credit card.
Who else? Let's see. Who else? It's funny. Oh, the new guy on the scene. The saint and the sinner. It's not intellectual to be a simp. It's more educated to be a parent. Because pimping is the way to go. Keep your woman in your hand and make her understand the prophecies of the education of Johnson and Wells and the importance of a man in the family in the household. You see, family. This is player. That is not player. And stuff like that. And I like white girls a whole lot. Who else there? My boy, man, I like your dad. What's the dude there? I ain't watched him in a minute. What was his name? Alpha Milstray. You see, these women that, y'all dating man, you gotta learn how to take nothing off of them. Accept what they do to you, but don't accept it and everything. So, purple pill guy, right? Purple pill guy, right? Purple pill, right? That's red and purple. I think those two together make purple is the green. My green pill guys, right? How this clouded, man? You want me the red pill guys? Man, play this song for me. Check it, right? I'm in my own lane doing my own thing, family. Operating in my own way. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to show your brothers some love, you can. Make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, whatever. I'm going to be revising this book and adding more to it. Expanding more on some of the topics that I've spoken to in the book. This is like something I wanted to put out, whatever. It's just information, but it wants to be a lot more material in it than this one. This is $8.99. Other one's going to be a lot more expensive, so get a copy of this one here while you can. So I put the new one out, which will be a few weeks, not like a few months. I'm gonna put some effort and time into it to go really in detail. But this $8.99 is good read, man. It'll help, you know, with you with a lot of situations and stuff like that. It has for me. This is my pops on the back, you know, the man who I love very much. Whatever, you know, he's my idol. He's the man. He's the person who I looked up to and want to be like the most, flaws and all, you know. But Amazon, what Christian Wealth by Henry Jones, Amazon.com, right? New book coming in a little while. Okay. Also, right, you know, I do business with other people and stuff like that, right? And I'm trying to branch out and work with other people in YouTube here in the up and coming weeks and everything. I get back on this thing, right? I have to kind of do some other things, whatever, right? You know, got my Shimals, right? This here is the, I'll drop something. This here is the $30 one. This is the really big one. If you want one of those, I can get one for you. A lot of different colors. I have a video of them up, and I have a smaller one that I do for like $10. It's like a lot smaller than this one, but you see in some of my other videos, right? Yeah, man, advertising, baby. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna say, you know, dreams. I'm not gonna tell you do something that's gonna put, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars in your pocket, and it don't do that. You know, I'm not like these other YouTube guys who get up here and get a large following, 100,000 plus subscribers, you know, 15, 20,000 Patreons, and then act like they've been living this lifestyle of luxury all the while until, you know, the truth is, they didn't come into that until they actually started getting viewers and stuff like that, and they changed their life. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here getting it. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing to stop me either. You know, I've been through the struggle. I've been homeless 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And by the grace of God, and, you know, by effort and stuff like that, and strangers helping, because people that you know, you can't count on them for real. A stranger will help you more than people that you know, family members will do, right? I've been able to pick myself back up, get myself in a better position, still striving, still growing strong, family. And I've learned a lot, you know what I mean, from my experiences. You know, this here, right, I have a shirt that's going to have this figure up here on it. The young lady, I've been waiting on a while for her to do the shirts for me. She did a couple for me I really like, so she's doing some more for me. So she just contacted me today, letting me know that she's in the process of finishing them up. It's been a minute, but like, you know, she's working and doing other things, so I understand. Just like this picture here, right? A young lady, I paid her $1.50 up front to do a manga for me, and she's done several pages, but she hasn't, you know, finalized all of them and sent them to me yet. So, you know, but I know she's tied up with other things, and she's a good person, so I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? These are all people of color. Don't get me wrong, I believe in doing business with everybody, you know, and stuff like that. You know, I don't, you know, box myself in and say I only work with I work with anyone. You know what I mean? You know, provided that, you know, your morality and integrity is in place. So, yeah, man, I'm still trying to get this manga going, man. I can't draw myself, but I have ideas, I have a vision, you know. So let's let you know some things that I'm doing. You know, make sure you get that book. You got Patreon, Elder Brother Khalid. Check out some of my videos, man. I go more in depth. I'm doing some more posting on those here as of, you know, next few days and stuff. So rock with me, ride with me, family. If you don't, it's still all good. You know what I mean? Trying to get to my 1,000 subscribers. That's been an effort, but it's inching up there. You know, for those who aren't, you know what I'm saying, in the inner circle, whatever, who aren't put out there to be promoted, this next hot thing, whatever, it takes time. I'm telling you, all these overnight success stories, whatever, supposedly they're connected to somebody. See what I'm saying? You know, and just waiting for the opportunity, their time for them to say, okay, go ahead, go, it's your turn. I don't get that because I don't walk with them like that. You know what I mean? You know, I don't, you know, follow no other man. You know, I follow myself and everything. So, you know, I ain't got no bosses. You know, I ain't got no one that look at as being over me. You know what I mean? You know, but if you do have that in an organization or some kind of structure, whatever, that's cool. That's for you. See what I'm saying? I'm like in a great area as far as that goes, right? So one thing I want to talk to you guys about right quick, right? Might be a long video. Is about relationships, right? I'm gonna title this video "Love, Sex, Lust, and Lies." See what I'm saying? Because a lot of lies being told on women, on men, and on relationships. And I'm here to try to express the human aspect of these things, right? And not what everybody's parakeeting and regurgitating off of each other. Because all of them really saying the same thing, you know. And then some women are red pilling information than men, like, yo, how you do that? You know what I mean? All right. So with love, right? Love is an emotion. Love is a feeling. Love is an attraction and an affection for someone of the opposite sex. Not dealing with same sex. That ain't my lane, right? So I'm talking about man and woman. See what I'm saying? Genetic man, genetic woman. You know, that is what somebody just love, right? And love starts from a like. I like you, you like me. We have a lot of common. We're attracted to one another. We spend time together and we strengthen that relationship, that feeling of like until it becomes a point of love, and then it becomes a bond between you and I, or you and the other person. That's pretty much how love works. The first feeling is a feeling of euphoria, right? Feeling of the newness of it, of the freshness of it. And a lot of times we get addicted to that euphoria, because after it goes to the euphoria portion of it, then you get to the point where you get comfortable and you settle down. It's not as exciting, it's not as fun, but you still love that person. But it's not releasing that dopamine chemical in your brain that gives you that high from when you first met them. And some people want to continue to relive that high with other people and stuff like that, right? So what ends up happening, right? Let me backtrack, right? That's where I'm at with that, right? So with love, right, and relationships, right, we make a commitment to one another, saying that I'm going to be with you and you're going to be with me solely. That's when the commitment comes in. Okay, we're exclusive then. You know what I'm saying? There's only you. There's only I. There's no one else. And we have to hold on to this commitment to one another. So a lot of people think that that commitment is based in the love, and it is. And at the same time, there's other factors into it, right? Because with love, you know, you have to have the self-control and the self-discipline to maintain your commitment. If you don't have control over your sexual urges, you don't have control and discipline over your desires, you're not going to be able to hold up to your commitment. And you may feel guilty or bad about it, you know. But if you live a life where you have been in all these uncommitted relationships, whatever, you kind of, over time, become numb to it. That's a cultural thing here in this country, among men and among women. It's not just women, it's men too. Because if a woman's cheating, you know what I'm saying, as long as she likes different sex, whatever, she's cheating with a man. See what I'm saying? So that man has just as much lack of respect for a relationship as that woman does. So not just a woman, it's a man and woman thing. It's a cultural thing, right? So with that being said, I'm dropping quick bombs, man. I'm going to rip this thing apart. So with that being said, right, and one thing I do want to emphasize, right, that man, God made man, God breathed the breath of life into man, man became a living soul, and then God said it was not right for man to be alone, so he caused a sleep to fall over man and took man's rib and created a woman, right? So in essence, woman is created from man. So she is the weaker version of us. That's why we are supposed to be the lead, we are supposed to be the head, we are supposed to have resolve and conviction to lead her in the right direction, knowing that she's weak and she's susceptible to be led astray, right? That's why we have to be strong for her. So that is your role as a man. See what I'm saying? Her role as a woman is to follow your lead. If you know how to lead, you know how to teach her, if you know how to instruct her, all while knowing that, hey, you know, since she is a woman, she can be weak. You know, and it's a human aspect too, because men can be just as weak as women are, if not weaker. Especially when you're raised by a woman, you're not raised with the man in the household. So, with that being said, right, with love, right, understand something. When you love somebody, you're committed to them, at that point, you have to have enough self-will, enough self-discipline, and self-control to stay committed to that relationship. If you don't have that, I don't care how much you love that person, it's not going to work. You're not going to stay faithful to them, right? The love alone itself is not going to work, because you know what? That's because you love someone don't mean that you're not going to be attracted to someone else. Just because you love someone, it doesn't mean you're gonna like somebody else. You're gonna come across someone and say, "Wow, I like this person. They like me. We have a lot in common. We talk, we laugh, and we have a good time. In our job, what I'm saying, or just in passing, or someone from way back when, whatever. Those things happen, you know. But your self-control, your self-discipline will always keep you from crossing that line. If in your self-control, your discipline, if you know that it's a temptation to you, then you have to withdraw yourself from that temptation. You don't try to fight temptation. You know what I'm saying? Because temptation will always overtake you eventually. Only way the temptation can't take hold of you, take advantage of you, is there's no temptation in you to want to try or go outside or whatever it is that's going on in that relationship. Like if a guy try to hit on you, you don't like him, he's trying to tempt you, there's no temptation. But if you like that guy, you like that girl, whatever, then you move yourself in a situation that's from them, like, hey, I like you, you're a good person, whatever, but it's best if I just separate myself from you because I'm in a relationship and I have to maintain my self-control, my self-discipline. So with that being said, right, just come on, y'all. All right, thank you. So so with that being said, right, and with sex, right, sex is supposed to reinforce that love, that affection that you have for someone or your partner, right, the person that you love in a relationship with. That's why that's supposed to be the only person that you share your body with, because you love them. That's to cement the bricks that build your house. Did you hear what I said? The sex helps cement the blocks that builds and holds together your house, right? But if you are a person, which I've been that as well, that use sex as a recreational event or function or whatever, then it's going to be hard for sex with that person to really cement your relationship because you're so used to having it so much and having so many different people and stuff like that, that it's not going to have that same effect as if you haven't had it before or if you haven't had that many partners and stuff like that. It's still going to hold a special, it's going to release that special chemical in your mind, affecting your heart and how you feel when you don't have as many partners, be it male or female. Because if you've had a lot of partners and you've experienced a lot of different things, it ruins a part of you. It's ruined a part of me. I'm generally a nice person, I'm generally a good guy, stuff like that. I can be in a relationship at this point, but there's still a part of me that when I think about certain things, certain aspects of my experience of life, whatever, there's temptation there because I experienced things that I probably shouldn't have experienced to lead me down that road of, just lust. There's a difference between sex and lust. Sex, love making is tied to being in love. Lust is a whole nother animal itself, But that's what sex is supposed to do. It's supposed to help join your union. But when you use it in a recreational sense or whatever, then it's going to corrupt your thinking and your emotions somewhat. Be it man or woman, especially women and stuff like that. Because you can love someone and like I say with a woman and man, right? And most of the time it's on the man's part and the woman may feel some kind of other way, right? But if you're in a relationship with a man and a woman, right, and that woman has not had a whole lot of sexual experiences, even though you may not be that great in bed, because she loves you, she likes you, she appreciates you, whatever, she'll still love you with the same amount of energy as love someone else who's nailing it, to the wall. You know what I mean? But when she's had a whole lot of experiences, which in today's time, most women have by the time that you get around to dating and get serious with them, whatever, you're in your mid, late 20s, they've already had, 15, 20, 25 guys plus. That's the times we live in it, really. So it's always a comparison going on. Even though they may not say that, even though they may not express it to you, there's a comparison going on. And even they may not cause her to love you any less. She'll want to be with you. She'll want to, be comforted by you because you're fulfilling an aspect of what she needs as a woman. Don't get me wrong, there's a difference between you know what I'm saying, being a fool and being a good man. And most of these dudes that's talking don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because being a good man don't mean you got to be a fool, be dumb for a woman. Being a good man is that, hey, you're focused on what you need to be doing, and you're looking to build a foundation, a family, and children as we're created here to be. All this other stuff, you know, alpha male, red pills is man's creation. You know what I mean? Of what they want to be, how they want society to be. Because if we as men were all to say, okay, we're gonna be honest, we'll be straightforward, y'all women can't do this no more, it will stop. You know. But again, you know, with sex, whatever, when she has a lot of those experiences, whatever, she's pretty much comparing you to other experiences that she had. Maybe not necessarily other men, whatever, but you can't really separate to those other experiences that she had that she may want to, after a while being with you, want to go back and have again. And that's where, like, you know, tongue ashing and toys, whatever has, they kind of stifle that. But she's going to want to have that experience that she's had before, because there's no greater experience than orgasm and climax through actual sexual penetration between yourself and another person. But if you can deliver that, then you're pretty much good, as long as she has control over herself. As long as you have control over yourself as well. You don't let that lustful feeling take hold of you and corrupt you and control you. See what I'm saying? Because we're living in an age and in a time of lust, right? And what lust is, lust and lies go hand in hand. See, because with lust, whatever, it's an insatiable appetite. You can't get enough. Even after you've had it and you're temporarily at the moment content, you're never satisfied, because lust is insatiable. It can't be satisfied. You can't get enough of it. You know what I mean? You could be content for a moment, but within a few hours, the next day or whatever, you wanted again, you want that same experience. You know, and a lot of this is caused by our, you know, promiscuous behavior as young adults, men and women. Because there are some men who are just lustful and not more lustful than women. You know, I know a couple dudes that fit that mold to the extreme. You know, and they're full of lies. You know what I'm saying? And deceit, deception. You know, as if they were women. With lust, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's if there could be some kind of trauma experience from the past. You know, it could be a lack of self-esteem. It could be a want to get away from the reality of life, what you're going through, what you've been through, or what you believe that people think about you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're trying to fill a void in yourself with your lustful nature, whatever that, you know what I'm saying, you're not getting it from anywhere else. So it's like a drug, you know what I'm saying? Because what drugs do, whatever, sugar that you consume or whatever, and stuff like that, you know, sex, whatever, it releases dopamine. Dopamine is a pleasure chemical. It makes you feel happy. It makes you forget about things temporarily and stuff, you know. So that's where lust comes in at. And then, you know, that becomes second nature to you. That becomes a part of who you are. You know what I mean? Whether you're open with it or discreet with it. You know, and it puts you in a position where you can never pair bond with someone else. And we are living in a time when people can't pair bond. Or if they pair bond, they're living a lie. You know what I mean? You know, she's out there doing whatever, he's out there doing whatever, or either he's an older man, she's an older woman, got a younger man, young woman, they're out there running around, and you know, you're trying to make them be, you know, 45 and they're 32, 28. You try to put them in your age bracket and make them live life like how you're living life, but you already been there. You already had the opportunity to do the same things that they've done, most likely. You know, so you can't expect them to shoot to where you're at when they're still right here and they're still at the level of maturity that they're at that age. So, yeah, man, make sure, man, that y'all watch my videos, man, and check me out, man. I've been dropping signs, man, and I think that's all I'm going to talk about regarding this matter here, right? And I'm going to end it with the song, rest of this song to drive the red pill dudes crazy. You know what I mean? So let's see here. Okay. Let's close it on out with this here. Go back, watch my videos. Show some love. I'm gonna give you the real perspective. I ain't gonna see no lies. I ain't see no dreams. I man, to your little untruths. You know, people talking high value man, all that kind of crazy stuff like that. What it is, what it isn't. That's their perspective. There's no rules on that. What do you value? What's most important to you? What's important to him ain't necessarily important to you. You know, money don't make you high value. Money is so that you know how to, go out here and make right connections, whatever, have the right knowledge, experience, and hey, make it work for you. You know, don't make you no less of a human being, make you no less of a man or a woman. You know, you just fortunate. You know, it's a 50-50 draw. High value men. Right. Most of them high value people ain't real dog shit. No morality, no ethics, lies, stealing, jail, and everything else. Adultery, fornication, and all of that. What are your value system at? What are your principles? Money? That's not a value, that's not a principle. Come on, man. Stop it. You know what I mean? The only reason money has value is because we believe it has value. The faith that we have in money is worth. The minute people start believing it, it won't happen anything. Peace.